Hello guys, KP Shamino here with a new video for Ultimate Fishing Simulator 2. And 9 days ago we had an update, and there are two important things in the update that I'm going to share with you guys. So we are going to start first with a new DLC that is incoming. So we are going to get the Delaware Bay, and the DLC is for free, and it will come June the 16th. So that's next week. We are going to get saltwater fish. So we are going to get flathead gray mullet. We are going to get striped bass, black drum. And we got ocean predators too, like Atlantic blue marlin, black tip sharks, spinner sharks, and more. So that's really nice. If you got the game, be sure that next week you have a look to the new DLC. Because it's going to be very big fish, I think. So that's something nice, but I'm going to talk about something that I think is more important for fishing games. So they did an overhaul on the drag system. I did already some testing. It's better than in the past, but I see a problem that the fish is not really pulling the strength for the kilograms that they are. You guys will see it if you go into the game and if you see what kind of fish that I'm catching with the numbers. So I was really surprised, but in this game they never got a drag system that was working, what I read here. So that's yes, something really strange for me. Because it was not implemented. So I told you guys already in my review that this game is showing a lot of numbers, but the numbers are not really telling anything because it's not implemented. And with the drag system, that was just the same. So now they put the numbers in, and now it works like it has to work. But the problem is that the numbers are not correct with what I'm seeing. So it can be just a decision too that they made because this is a very arcadey game that they just don't want people to fight the fish that long. But let's get started first with the info that they gave here. So we overhauled the fishing drag system and how equipment handles overload during fights. So this is very important. The fish now pulls the line only when the pulling force exceeds the reel's break setting, calculated as max kilogram reel drag. Previously, line tension was triggered as long as the drag was set below 100%, without considering the reel's actual strength in kilogram. So now they put it in the game like it has to be in a fishing game. So in the past, if you go under 100%, the fish always pulls. Now it's really going to pull according to the setting of your drag system. So that's good. And then the next one, equipment damage has also been improved now. The weakest component, rod, reel or line, will always break first. Previously, if two or more parts were overloaded simultaneously, one of them could fail regardless of its strength rating. So that's really good too. And then we also updated the calculation of rod bending force, just like with damage. It now respects the reel's true strength, max kilogram reel, multiply drag, not just the percentage-based drag factor. So that's good too. This should result in more realistic, skill-based fishing mechanics. So this is about rod. Now I'm going to show you guys in the game. So that's really nice what they do here. This is a lot better. But I'm going to show you guys that the numbers, they are not working how they need to work, I think. It can be a decision too, that they want to keep it easy, but I will show you guys what I mean in the game. I'm now in the game, so I made a setup. So you guys can see here that this is not a really good setup, but why did I make this setup? Because you got in this game, like, on every part you got like tension bars. So normally the tension on this one need to be less than the tension on those two, and that's true. So that's very well done. So I cannot say anything wrong about the tension. So I got a rod of 5.9 kilogram. Then I got a reel of 6 kilogram. And my line is 7 kilograms. So normally, if I go, for example, 10% on the reel drag, so 10% of the max drag, it needs to be 600 gram. Always remember that. So this is important that you remember that. So for the people that don't understand what I'm saying now, so how does it work? Max dragging in most of the games. So in real life, you got here. So this is your spool. And you got here like a screw. And if you put it open or if you close it, it's going to put the spool more firmer, you can say, so that if you pull line, it's harder. If you turn it closed, if you open it, it's a lot easier to pull line. But in a game, you cannot do that. Therefore, we always got in games percentage or like bars or like clicks. Because in a game, you cannot do that. So normally in real life, if you are fishing with a certain drag and you got a fish that is pulling very hard, you put your drag a little bit open and you just turn on it until you think it's okay. If the fish gets fatigued, you put it a little bit closed that you can get the fish in. But in games, it's always a number, just to make it a little bit easier. So remember that this is 6 kilograms. So if I'm going to put my percentage down and up, that just means open and closed. That's how it is. But that's what you need to remember. So I'm going to fish now in Slovakia. And I'm here at the moment. So you can see that I'm going to put my drag on 12 kilogram. And here is when the problems is going to start. So not 12 kilogram, but 12%. You can see I cannot put it lower. 12% is a little bit more than 1/10 of 6 kilogram. Because that was the max drag of this reel, 6 kilogram. So that's 650 gram. So normally if I got a fish that is 3 kilogram, he need to fight a lot longer than he fights at the moment. I will show you guys that. So let's try to get a rainbow trout or something. It can be a decision too that they took. Therefore I'm saying it can be a decision too that they want to keep it easy. But I just see that the number is not working. It's already very good that they did that, but they need to fine-tune it. But if they say, okay, that's what we want to keep in this game, because we don't want people to fight fish like for 10 minutes, I can understand that too. But you will see right away what I mean. So let's try to get the fish. I need to go a little bit slower on the speed. Okay, I'm going to put the sound a little bit down too, because if I got a fish, you guys are not going to hear me anymore. So, okay, let's do this. Are we going to get like a green presentation? Yeah, there we go. Here we go. I'm going to put the speed at maximum. So you can now see this fish is pulling a little bit line. A little bit. But not a lot. It's only 650 gram on my drag, by the way. And if I just reel, it's not fighting anymore. So I can just reel this fish in. And the problem is that I think that this fish is like 3-4 kilograms. So he need to fight a lot more on this, yeah. Do you guys see it? So this is a fish that is 5 kilograms, 4.5 kilograms. So the numbers are not working that well. So this fish on my setting need to fight a longer time. And I need to get my drag up to, let's say, 60-70% to get this fish in like I got him in now. So it's not correct. It's not correct. So normally the fish need to come in like he just did on 50-60% of my drag, not on 12%. And that's something that they need to fix in my opinion, because otherwise it does not really matter. I can just come here with my 1 kilogram setup, put it at 90% and I just get every fish in almost without a fight. So let's do it again. So I will show you guys it again, because maybe we can get a 10 kilogram rainbow trout. And even then, here we go. So let's have a look. What do we got now? I think this is a small fish. I'm still at 650 gram, by the way. So if I keep reeling, I got the impression that they stop fighting if I keep reeling. Yeah. So that's what I think the problem. So it works, but if I reel, I can just reel it in. So I think that the settings work, but they need to fix that, because a fish is not going to stop pulling if you keep reeling, you know? Okay, so once again, 650 gram. This is a 4.63, but I think that I see the problem. So it works good if you don't reel. But if you start reeling, you just reel the fish in. They need to fix that. Because if you reel a fish in, it still keeps fighting, of course. Okay, let's try it again. I'm going to test it again. Now I'm not going to reel in, and I'm going to have a look that the fish is going to pull line if I don't do anything. Okay. Yeah. Now it works. So now they are pulling line. This is a bigger fish. But once again, this is probably 10 kilogram. And then I cannot get him in like this anymore. So once that you're on a certain number, percentage probably that he goes too much above my 600 gram. So now I'm going to put it to 50. That's now I'm pushing around 3 kilogram of strength on this fish. But yeah, this fish can be 20 kilograms by the way too, you know. And this is something, yeah, the fish fights, he just go to the other side of the area and he's just sitting there. It's not really a fish fight, this one. You can say I'm not fighting him for that long, and you already can see. And you can see that at the right, the tension bar works. So I got one box less than my rod and reel on my line. That's normal, because my line is the strongest link. So let's put it a little bit higher, the drag. I'm now at 80%, so that's 1/4 of 6 kilogram. Or 4/5, I need to say. So how much is that? That's I cannot count anymore. 1.2 multiply 4. 4.8 kilogram I'm now pushing on this fish. 4.8 kilogram. Can I go a little bit higher? Normally I can. Oh, yeah, there is the problem. So at 95, I'm going to break my rod. But that's now something that I cannot test anymore. But on the low weight fish, you can see there is a problem. But now I cannot see it anymore because this is a fish of 20 kilogram. So I cannot see, okay, he's now pulling too much, he's pulling not enough. It's a lot harder to see. If I had like, if I put my drag on 600 gram, and I got a 4 kilogram fish, you can see right away, okay, this fish is coming way too fast in. On this fish, I cannot do that anymore. I only see that this is probably going to be an Atlantic salmon, and I'm now got 4.8, 5 kilogram on my drag. And he comes really quick in, because he's already fatigued at the moment. I'm just pulling him in at the moment. I'm not sure that you can max drag now at the moment, because I'm probably going to break my rod, then my reel. I'm now fighting this fish for 3 minutes. But that's of course, if it works with 600 gram on a 4 kilogram fish, it will work really well on a very big fish too. So you can see this was 27 kilogram. And I was pushing 5 kilogram. It took me 3 minutes. So they need to adjust a little bit the numbers still. I got the impression that the drag for the kilogram, that the drag is representing that it pushes a lot of resistance on the fish. Or the fish are just really weak stamina-wise. They get really fast fatigued. But yeah, it's already good that we are now on a real drag system, but they need to fine-tune it a little bit. Because I just got a 30 kilogram Atlantic salmon with 5 kilogram on my reel. It came really fast in. It will never happen if you do that in real life in 3 minutes. But that was it, guys. So they are going the right direction. Just need to get the numbers a little bit better, because otherwise at the end, the problem is if they don't get the numbers a little bit better, the setup is not going to matter anymore. And you got the same problem like before. So that was for video, guys. A nice Atlantic salmon. I need to say thanks for watching. Have fun. Bye bye.